Hello and welcome everybody. This is All Sport ABP, and with me I have a very special football expert, one that you've of course seen on television screens, seen when you've gone to Bosundhara Kings Arena probably. He's one of the very vocal voices in Bangladesh football at the moment, who also happens to follow a lot of European football, world football, and with all these things happening with Bangladesh football at a situation where they are moving through a renaissance period, and of course the world football exploding with the FIFA World Cup coming up. There's a lot of football to talk about. Ahmed Shaaek, welcome.
Thank you very much.
This is actually a new platform, and this is a new attempt to actually try and connect to the global audience. So I'm very happy that you've made some time for me. My first question, I think we can make it very quick and direct. How are you feeling about the men's football in Bangladesh in general? Just a brief, summarized brief about where it stands at the moment after all this hype regarding Hamza and all the others that have come in.
First of all, I want to say thanks to you because it's very rare that a Bangladeshi channel is doing content on English, because normally they do in Bangla. So I'm very much motivated to participate in this conversation. The next thing, the question you asked is about the Bangladesh football at this moment. From the last year, Bangladesh football is rising very high, and people are very much into Bangladesh football, I would say. The Hamza and Shamit and other players' inclusion, people are now having a different set of mentality when they're following football. And there are few results here and there, which has also motivated the entire country. But I would say that there are also drawbacks. There are also some negative points that we are seeing all the time. But that's basically part and parcel of the whole subject, I would say. There will always be positives and negatives. But the main thing that we should concentrate that in the 90 minutes, the players are playing, and in that 90 minutes, are we getting a positive outcome or not? So that's the main thing that we look forward to.
Well, absolutely. Sticking to the field, sticking to the 90 minutes, we can talk about the AFC Asian Cup qualifiers that the Bangladesh senior men's team have gone through. It has been a grueling campaign of over 1 year. And of course, Bangladesh are not qualifying for the main tournament, but they have an opportunity to go second, at least in the group, and save some face. And we've heard that Cabrera, probably this could be his last match, the one against Singapore. He might get an extension, but I'm not sure how the bearing of this particular match will be on deciding whether his future is with Bangladesh or somewhere else. But moving into the Singapore game, we've watched the game against Vietnam. Definitely they were a very stronger opponent, 78 ranks ahead of us. And of course, we saw the result spoke for itself as well. But did you find anything positive out of that game that Bangladesh can feel, okay, we've done something, and probably against Singapore we can get a positive result?
The Vietnam match, I would say they have played the worst in the last 2-3 years. I haven't seen this kind of football played under Cabrera in the, I think after SAF or before SAF. So that's why it was very disappointing. There was no plan at all. In some points, I understand the fact that Topu and Rakib is not there, so the whole formation got jumbled up for him. And at the same time, Tariq is out of any club, so he's not into match fitness and any other like continuous practice. So these kind of things show in the field when you're playing with a big team, and which was very evident. And Hamza was also very tired, and I think for the first time I've seen Hamza playing bad passes or miss passes. So that was one thing. Even though it was a friendly, it was a basically test of our new generation, new football for the last 1 year, and I would say that we have failed miserably on that note. Having said that, we are now going into the Singapore match. From that match, I would say there is no positive at all to take to the next match. But I think the only positive that we can take is we will be more cautious. We will be more into the plan rather than out of the plan, because we can see within the first 10 minutes we were 2-0 down, and both the goals were from set pieces, which lacks the defensive organization. And also, as I was saying, the Topu was not there, so a leader in the defense was not there. So that's why it was very, very out of the place, I would say.
Yeah, and we've seen throughout the game actually, Bangladesh did not look their usual element. The kind of performances even they gave at home against India was very encouraging. But after that, the follow-up against Vietnam wasn't very encouraging. And that brings us to the probable predicted starting 11 that Ahmed Shaaek would give to us, and let's see how many you can get right, because it's very hard to understand what Cabrera thinks. Against
Yes.
Vietnam, he fielded Strabon as the goalkeeper, and there were questions over that as well. The new partnership between Shakila Hatopu and Tariq Kazi did not work very well.
Yeah.
So all these things happening against Singapore, what do you think should be the best possible 11 that Bangladesh can field to get a positive result?
As you were saying, that Cabrera is very hard to predict, and he makes like flying high swinging changes, which is like out of everybody's thinking capability. But this is the thing that when we are approaching the Singapore match, we have to think that they are very comfortable. The opponent is very comfortable at their ground, and they will come with all guns blazing, attacking, which they didn't do in our home game. They were very defensive, and we were also defensive. So there was a cancelling out. So I would say that they will play at their best formation, and that will be a kind of a 4-3-3, 4 at the back and 3 in the midfield, but in a kind of a bit diamond shaped. So if we want to like break that out, if we want to like cancel out their formation, we also have to go for a 4-3-3. But in this case, I would say the goalkeeper, he can pick anyone. Either it's Mitul or it's Sravon, doesn't matter, because we are leaving our best goalkeeper out. So so the second choice anyone can be. But I think he will obviously pick Mitul, because Mitul is his favorite. So the goalkeeper will be Mitul. The centre back, he will stick with Tarek and Topu, Shakila Topu. But if you ask me, I would obviously leave out Tariq in this case and put Bisho in it, because Tariq is out of match fitness, and that shows very much. And we are the kind of a team we are. We do the ball playing centre back thing, which Topu does, and Tariq was not able to do. So that's why if Bisho is there, Bisho's passing sense will help the team out on this case, and also he's physically very tight. So the right back will obviously be Sat, because he can work tirelessly for the 90 minutes. The left back should be Zayan, because Zayan, a left-footed left back, is like a dream for any football coach. So Zayan, we have a quick left back on this case. Now, if we go to the midfield, I think the first thing that they should do is like they should pick Hridoy in this case, and keep Hridoy, because Hridoy is the kind of like a Busquets profile, who can like clear the whole attack and like make it calm for the team to pass it around. So if Hridoy is there, then my next two midfielders should be, I think he should start with Hamza and Jamal. Why Hamza and Jamal? Because both Hridoy and Hamza can make good interceptions, and at the same time Jamal, within his first or second touch, can supply good long balls to the wings, which will be very helpful for our team. Now, considering that Rakib is not here, so we are lacking a bit of pace and attacking threat.
Right.
So I would say the wings should be Fahim and Imon, because Imon has the pace and the dribbling, which a bit of the dribbling and the pace. So in the right wing should be Imon, and the left wing should be Fahim. So in my point, as we always play without a striker, kind of a bit defensive, or I would say like number 10 kind of a position where Mussolin always plays. But Mussolin is, it looks like he's a bit injured, so that's why he was not at his base capability. So I would say that we would start with Shamit. Shamit can be like just on the edge of the box and can help these two wingers and Jamal and Hamza. In this way, Hamza can move up and down, and this will help the whole team to move together and drop together. And this way, I think the whole organization will be very fixed. If Hamza and Hridoy and the defenders can make the proper interceptions, then Jamal with a quick ball at the spaces, then Imon and Fahim can make those runs, and this will help Shamit to cover and come to the box and finish. So I think this will be a best 11 if we start with this. This can actually give a headache to the Singapore team, and we can get some result out of it, I think.
Well, interesting, because the big thing that Bangladesh lacked in terms of performance was a proper goal scorer. We've seen Hamza Choudhury scoring a lot of goals for us, which saved us throughout the Asian Cup campaign. But interestingly, you've picked a side where we actually don't have very specific goal scorers. So are we actually looking for capitalizing on set piece situations that we've done before as well?
Yes, I think if Jamal plays, then you have a good set piece attacking threat. He can be good in corners, in free kicks, then Jamal can take those, and Hamza can be the aerial threat that we have. At this moment, we don't have Topu, so there is another aerial threat that we are gone. So I think the only option of aerial threat we have is Hamza. So if Jamal can pinpoint passes to Hamza, then it will be a very good way to score some goals.
Let's see. I mean, it was surprising to see Bangladesh not scoring a goal because we got habituated to see Bangladesh. Yes, we score goals, we concede bad goals as well, but we at least keep on scoring. Let's hope Bangladesh do well against Singapore and end this AFC Asian Cup qualifiers on a high. And my last question to you would be regarding Javier Cabrera. Just in a few words, do you think he has a future with Bangladesh football, or is he going?
He should go. He should be out on the next day after Singapore game is done. But looking into BFF and their way of work, I think they will come out and say that we have Saf in June.
Yeah.
And last Saf he did good. So why don't we extend him and give the opportunity, and he uses his experience to do well in Saf, because our next objective is to win the Saf.
So did he win the SAF the last time?
No, it didn't.
So how was it good? That is the question actually.
If you compare the previous SAF and the previous performances the Bangladesh team was giving, considering that we went to semi-final, so that was a very surprising thing for the whole Bangladesh football community. So that's why it perceived as a positive result.
All right, let's see. I mean, should we be satisfied with this positivity, or should we actually think of going ahead and graduating from the SAF level towards the ASEAN level? That is our hope. That is our dream. Thank you so much, Ahmed Shaaek, for being here at All Sport ABP. And if you'd like to watch a few more videos of this sort, please put your comments in and let us know about how you feel regarding this kind of videos, and of course also give your predictions regarding the starting 11 for Bangladesh against their match with Singapore tomorrow. And do subscribe, do like the video and share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching.